The Sunset Strip, the 1980s, big hair, tight jeans, and a sound that defined a generation. Ratt, with their explosive energy and catchy hooks, were at the forefront of the glam metal movement. But behind the rockstar facade, one member was battling demons that would ultimately lead to his tragic downfall. This is the story of Robbin Crosby, a gifted guitarist whose life was cut short, but whose music continues to resonate with fans around the world. To understand the legend of Robbin Crosby, we need to rewind the clock to his early days in La Jolla, California. Born on August 4, 1959, Robbin Lance Crosby was exposed to a world of creativity from a young age. His father, Harry W. Crosby, was a science teacher with a passion for California history, even authoring books on the subject. This intellectual curiosity seemed to influence young Robbin, although his passion manifested in a different form: music. Initially drawn to sports, Robbin played baseball throughout his childhood, but the allure of rock and roll proved too strong to resist. Inspired by the electrifying sounds of Aerosmith and Van Halen, he traded his baseball bat for a guitar, a decision that would shape the course of his life. He channeled his energy and enthusiasm into music, forming his first band, Phenomenon, while attending La Jolla High School. This early foray into the world of rock and roll hinted at the greatness to come. Even after Phenomenon disbanded, Robbin's drive didn't waver. He joined forces with other local musicians, playing with bands like Metropolis, Secret Service, and Mac Meta, honing his skills and building a reputation in the San Diego music scene. Living with his girlfriend, actress Tawny Katane, in Manhattan Beach, he continued his musical journey. He even shared the stage with Rob Lamoth, who would later join River Dogs alongside Dio Whitesnake Def Leppard guitarist Vivian Campbell. It was a period of exploration and growth, with Robbin constantly seeking new opportunities to express his musical talent. He played with a band called Aircraft, which later became Mac Meta, even recording 6 songs with them. They played gigs at legendary venues like the Troubadour in West Hollywood, immersing himself in the vibrant Southern California music scene. But it was with Ratt that Robbin truly found his place. The band had already been through several incarnations, with Stephen Pearcy at the helm, evolving from its early days as Mickey Ratt in San Diego. Robbin joined the band just as they were solidifying their lineup and sound. When they landed in Los Angeles in the early 80s, the classic lineup fell into place. With the addition of Warren DeMartini's blazing guitar and Juan Croucier's rock-solid bass, together they were ready to take on the world. Their breakthrough came in 1984 with the release of Out of the Cellar. Fueled by the hit single Round and Round, the album catapulted Ratt to stardom, going triple platinum. Robbin's distinctive guitar riffs and songwriting skills played a crucial role in their success. He co-wrote many of their biggest hits, including Round and Round, Wanted Man, and Lay It Down. He was the driving force behind their signature sound, a blend of hard rock and pop sensibility that captured the spirit of the era. Ratt rode the wave of their success, touring relentlessly and releasing a string of hit albums, including Invasion of Your Privacy, Dancing Undercover, and Reach for the Sky. Life on the road was a whirlwind of sold-out shows, screaming fans, and all the excesses that came with rock and roll stardom. But amidst the triumphs, tensions were brewing within the band. Robbin's struggles with substance abuse intensified, creating friction with his bandmates. His once reliable performance began to falter. A particularly infamous incident occurred during a live show. On the 12th February 1991, Ratt played at the Nakano Sun Plaza, Tokyo, Japan. Under the influence, Robbin grabbed the wrong guitar. The guitar was totally out of tune for the song, and he was completely out of sync with the rest of the band. This onstage meltdown proved to be a turning point, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a downward spiral. Those closest to him saw the toll his addiction was taking. Bandmate Juan Croucier and his then-girlfriend, actress Tawny Katane, both spoke about how Robbin's once vibrant personality was becoming overshadowed by his struggles with substance abuse. They witnessed his decline, a stark reminder of the dark side of rock and roll excess.
Robbin hid his drug addiction very well. There were times when I would be walking through the restroom in our dressing rooms, and I'd smell vomit And they'd be going, you know, who keeps getting sick in our dressing rooms? You know, it's Robin getting sick.
I think he thought he was invincible in that I can do this a couple of times and nothing's going to happen to me. I'm king. I'm Superman. I mean, the guy was 6'4", blonde hair like this, and absolutely gorgeous.
Just gonna go through here and check things. I know, you're gonna be more beautiful than you were. Get better. That's right. Look at that mug, folks.
And it ended up being the demise of him.
Robbin Crosby's addiction and his problems not only affected Robbin Crosby, but they brought about the demise of Ratt. No doubt about it. They were instrumental in our demise.
This onstage meltdown proved to be a turning point. The incident, coupled with his ongoing personal struggles, led to his dismissal from Ratt in 1992. It was a devastating blow for Robbin, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a downward spiral. But as Ratt's fame soared, Robbin was fighting a personal battle. The excesses of the 80s rock scene, with its readily available drugs and party atmosphere, took their toll. What might have started as experimentation spiraled into a devastating addiction that would cast a long shadow over his life and career. In the late 1990s, Robbin was diagnosed with HIV, which later progressed to AIDS. This devastating news, coupled with his ongoing addiction, marked a turning point in his life. He retreated from the public eye, his once vibrant spirit dimmed by the weight of his struggles. This wasn't just affecting his music, it was impacting his health. In a candid interview for VH1's Behind the Music in 1999, Robbin confessed the heavy price he was paying.
I got to the point where I was doing a lot of drugs. It was like get up for the show, you know, get up in the middle of the show and get up after the show. I'm feeling off balance out there. I don't think of myself as a fool or an idiot, but I certainly handed over my life to the devil. Really. If you've never done heroin, there's nothing like it. Once I found that feeling, that was it. It was over. You win. Quitting heroin is like quitting breathing when you're addicted. There's no just walking away from it. I wish to God I had any idea what I was dealing with. I got to the point where I had a $500 a day habit. You know, it'll never happen to me. You know, I was different. I was special, and it'll never happen. Well, it did in a big way.
Robbin's words painted a stark picture of his situation, a picture sadly confirmed by Ratt's Juan Croucier. In later interviews, Croucier described the heartbreaking decline he witnessed in his former bandmate, emphasizing just how badly the years of addiction had taken their toll.
One of my security people come into the dressing room and say to me, "Hey, Robbin's drinking again, buddy, and he's across the hallway in one of the storage rooms guzzling vodka right now." So I walk out of our dressing room into the storage room. I open the door, and there's Robbin with a bottle of vodka upside down, just bubbling up. And he sets it down, and I couldn't even say anything. I just closed the door.
Robbin once reflected on his time in Ratt, acknowledging how he went from having everything, fame, fortune, and the adoration of fans, to losing it all in the grip of addiction.
What I've been through is the worst. The worst. You know, limousines and the Plaza Hotel and the Forum and the Madison Square Garden to the little shack in North Hollywood is a real hard pill to swallow.
Robbin's HIV diagnosis in the late 1990s, which later progressed to AIDS, was a devastating blow. He had been living with the virus for years, unknowingly facing a battle far greater than any he'd faced on stage. In 2001, he bravely chose to go public with his diagnosis during a radio interview, speaking openly about the physical toll the disease was taking. He described enduring intense pain, infections, and hospitalizations. He even shared his suspicions about how he contracted the virus, reflecting on his past struggles with heroin and the risky lifestyle. That often came with rock stardom. This public admission was a stark contrast to the image of the invincible rock star. It shed light on the hidden struggles many musicians faced during that era. Despite his health challenges, Robbin maintained a positive outlook, expressing hope for recovery and a desire to continue making music. By 2001, Robbin Crosby's life had taken a tragic turn. Ravaged by years of drug abuse and his struggle with HIV, the once vibrant guitarist found himself in a very different reality. He was living in a hospice, his health failing and his spirit broken. In a poignant interview with Mitch Lafon that year, one of the last he ever gave, Robbin's pain and disillusionment were laid bare. He spoke of the devastating isolation he felt, and how his former bandmates, the ones he had shared the stage and the highs of success with, had seemingly abandoned him. Robbin Crosby.
And, I pretty much lost everything between the divorce and a huge habit. I didn't care about anything myself, or, me and my black Labrador would just, that was us. It was us against the world. I was just on my own. I didn't really have any friends or anything. And
so nobody in the band was friends with you? Steven didn't call, or Juan?
Oh, no way. No way.
So everybody just ignored you. You were
absolutely. I was I was the bad guy.
And nobody offered to help you out? Nobody in
the
band said, here's $10?
Wouldn't even lend me $20. Wow. And
that must have hurt.
Oh, it hurt so bad that I couldn't even see him or talk to him or anything. It was just ridiculous. Sometimes when I'd get real destitute, I'd call him up and say, hey, could you, till we get our next publishing check, give me $100 or something. They'd just be like, Robbin, no, no. No excuse, no nothing, just no. So, later on, Steven lent me a little money after years had gone by, and they found out that I was sick. That, softened them up to the tune of about $100. And, I didn't want to mooch money off anybody. That's never been my thing.
Robbin's words hung heavy with a sense of betrayal and abandonment. The rock and roll brotherhood, the bond forged in the fires of shared dreams and triumphs, seemed to have dissolved in the face of his adversity. It's a stark reminder of the dark side of fame, of how quickly fortunes can change, and how those who once shared the spotlight can disappear when the lights go out. Adding to the tragedy, Crosby's departure from Ratt was fraught with pain and misunderstanding. In an interview with VH1's Behind the Music, bassist Juan Crucier recounted reaching out to Robbin and discovering the depth of his hurt and resentment over being kicked out of the band. Robbin felt abandoned by his bandmates, lacking the support he desperately needed while battling addiction. This alienation further compounded the tragedy of his decline.
He felt very betrayed. He was very lonely. He was very hurt. And he was also very upset with the members of Ratt for not trying to help him in some way, shape, or form. And he said to me, Juan, they're out there on the road. They're making money. It's wrong, man. I mean, I'm sitting here broke, dying. And they can't even throw me something to help.
Robbin Crosby's story is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the human cost of excess and the importance of loyalty and compassion, even when the music stops. Tragically, Robbin's optimism and determination were not enough to overcome the years of hardship. On June 6, 2002, he was found dead in his Hollywood apartment at the young age of 42. While initially attributed to complications from AIDS, the official cause of death was a heroin overdose. His passing sent shockwaves through the music community, with tributes pouring in from fans and fellow musicians. Bandmates, friends, and even Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue expressed their grief and shared memories of the talented guitarist. Robbin Crosby left behind a legacy that extends far beyond his untimely death. He was a gifted guitarist, a talented songwriter, and a charismatic performer who helped shape the sound of 80s rock. His music continues to inspire and entertain fans worldwide. Though his struggles with addiction cast a shadow over his later years, it's important to remember Robbin for his contributions to music and the joy he brought to millions of fans. He was a vital part of Ratt's success, and his guitar playing remains an integral part of their iconic sound. Robbin Crosby's story is a reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of addiction. But it's also a testament to the power of music and the enduring legacy of a talented artist who left his mark on the world. Though he's gone too soon, Robbin Crosby's music will live on, ensuring that his spirit and his contribution to rock and roll will never be forgotten. Were you surprised to hear that Robbin's bandmates didn't support him? A. Yes, very surprised. Or B. No, it's sadly common in the music industry. We want to hear from you. Take a moment to answer the poll question and let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you know about this chapter in Robbin's life? How do you think the music industry can better support its artists? And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more rock stories. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Until next time, Rock Rebels, live life loud.